Hey y'all, it's your girl Chi back with another video, and I'm giving y'all 5 tips on how to keep your kitty fresh. Okay, tip number 1 is, because we getting straight to it, stop using feminine washes. Do not use any type of feminine wash you just see in a store that say would stop feminine odors, and it I don't know, whatever they be branding on the bottles. Stop using feminine washes. They do more harm to your pH than good. Stop using douches. Stop putting stuff inside of your liquids, inside of your cha-cha that you're not supposed to be putting in there. And use a mild soap. Or if not, no soap at all. And if you go on the no soap route, down there, not for your skin and like the skin around it, but if you go on the no soap route in the actual area, you want to use a mild soap like Dove soap, like I be showing. I wish I could grab it and show it, but the sensitive Dove bar soap, not the bottle, but the sensitive Dove bar soap. Okay, that's it. If not that, then you need to be using nothing at all. Okay, because all of them will over time throw your pH off if you use all these douches and stuff and unnecessary vinegar. I have mentioned in a different video, vinegar is probably suitable if you have bad periods, and hopefully you could talk to your doctor about that. So if after you have like bad discharge, or the smell be there for a while after you have your period, or it be bad, maybe you could try that, but it has to be diluted. Number 2 is probably a no-brainer, but I know some people probably doing this. Please change your underwear after every shower. Like, some people, I don't know, it's not even like to clown people, but some people, like, it's just like natural. Like, sometimes you might put on the same leggings or something. That's normal, okay? Because you're not washing your outside clothes, especially if you're wearing it for an hour every day. But the underwear that you use definitely have to be, even if you wear it for an hour, you can't put the same underwear back on for no reason. Once water touch your skin and that whole area down there is clean, you don't want no type of bacteria getting back in there. So please put on clean underwear. That's probably a no-brainer, but it's a must be said. And then on top of that, because this goes along with it, when you get out the shower before you put on underwear, you don't want to trap bacteria by having that area moist. So therefore, you should have paper towels or tissue to dry the area. If your tissue is like the feel that is very soft and to make those little crimbly things, maybe you don't want to use that one. But if you got like paper towel filled tissue or whatever, you can use that to dry the area before you put your underwear on, because if it's water in your private areas, like any type of moisture or something, it can cause bacteria to grow. You can get stuff like yeast infections plus more. So you want to keep that area dry at all times. Like, no matter even if you gotta go to the bathroom, do like little pats, you want to keep that area dry, because first of all, it stop you from catching any type of stuff down there, and on top of that, it stops if you deal with something like HS or like cyst or anything down there. It stops that too, because that allows once the bacteria grow, it will cause things like that down there. So tip number 3 is really like a hack, but you don't have to use it, and I'm gonna tell you that why. Step number 3 is, if you do want some type of semi-scent down there, don't put no scented products down there, but if you want to get an illusion that it is a scent coming from there, you could take your favorite deodorant and you could put it in between your thighs. I do that naturally, because if you got thick thighs committee, your thighs rub up against each other and then you be like all sweaty and stuff. And sometimes, like, if you put powder or stuff down there, it stops your thighs from getting irritated, because I hate when I come home and my thighs be red or itchy or irritated. So that helps. That's just a bonus. But you could put that down there and it would get an illusion, because first of all, I guess heat rises, so for some reason scent rises. I don't know, scents just rise, so it gives the illusion. And then plus, obviously, we all know your private area is hot, so it's kind of in a way like it's collecting scent. So if you put it right in between the middle of your thighs, it'd be like, it smell like it's like, why it smell like that? Like, you smell good. Like how people really be saying, oh, when you smell like Pop-Tarts or you smell like water, that's how it's gonna smell. But don't do that if you have and don't put it nowhere near your private area. But don't do that on your thighs if you do get body acne in between your thighs. Me personally, I never had acne on my thighs, but I know some girls do. So if you get acne right there, don't put that right there, because obviously that will make you break out. Because some people even gotta go no scented deodorant. So don't put that right there. Maybe you could try a powder, see how that works, an unscented one, but for thigh irritation. But obviously it won't help with making your kitty smell good. And just to let y'all know, honestly, y'all don't need that tip. That's just for the people a little bit extra who do like smell good hacks and stuff. But if you don't, then it's a-okay, because to be honest, to be normal, all these videos that people be like, make your kitty smell like roses and all of this and all of that, that's not real. Yo, Xoxo-Chi not supposed to have no smell. If it has a smell at all to it, it's something wrong down there, and you need to go get checked out, because that's not right. It's supposed to be no smell down there. If you clean and you got good hygiene and all of that, it's supposed to be no smell down there. So be believing those are clickbait videos. But anyway, on to tip number 4. So if you have an infection, if you already caught an infection, you're looking at this video trying to find a hack, start drinking a whole bunch of water. If you already infected, obviously it's natural, you should be drinking water. But if you have an infection down there and you trying to get rid of it, drink a whole bunch of water. It sounds typical, but you need to do that. You could start taking cranberry pills if you already not. And you can't even drink it, but only drink it really if it's 100%. You can drink them Everfreshes and stuff, but at the same time, you gotta think about the fact that it has sugars in it and like artificial flavors and all of that. So you might want to chill out on the junk food, especially greasy foods, because you literally are what you eat. And your pH and the way you smell down there is really determined by what you eat. So you might want to be a little bit stricter on that if you are experiencing an infection at the moment. But if you're not, then obviously you could practice these little things here and there in your diet if you want to. But if you are experiencing an infection, you should be a little bit more stricter with your diet, or at least your water intake, and getting those cranberry pills. And the final tip is number 5. Y'all need to start treating your body as temples, as it says in the Bible. Especially if you know you're somebody who's sexually active and stuff like that. You need to be aware of who you dealing with, because imagine doing all these steps to keep your body nice and clean and down there, and you have somebody dirty that you with. They can throw off your pH, and then you doing all this stuff wondering why your pH ain't right, and it's because you with this person. So I advise y'all the best way to stay away from that is 9 times out of 10 it's probably a broke boy who don't mean you no good, and you with the wrong guy. So don't be the ones that mainly, especially, don't take care of themselves. So if you with somebody like that, you need to get rid of them, and you need to start treating yourself as a temple, and be untouchable too, to be honest, okay? But I'm not going to get into all of that, because who you choose to be with, and so celibacy or whatever is y'all, whatever choices. I'm just putting it out there. You should treat your body as a temple, and don't be just letting everybody be with you, or whoever you with. Look at how their hygiene is looking, because you being unequally yoked with your hygiene, it's not benefit, it's hurting you. So yeah, and if all of those steps don't work, then I feel like you should obviously try going to a doctor. Like, you need to go to a doctor. You shouldn't avoid going to a doctor, especially if you're experiencing issues down there. It's better to be safe than sorry too. So always keep that in mind. Because the doctor probably would prescribe you something that you do need to put in your Xoxo-Chi. They probably would prescribe you something like Monistat or whatever and put in there. But don't go putting stuff like that down there unless you are told to, because that can also harm you. So it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, just contact your doctor, honestly. That's the individual. But all them other tips you can incorporate in there. I hope you be good. We need to stay nice, clean, healthy. And yeah, so please like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. And stay pretty, stay blessed, stay kind. Stay a little bit ratchet just in case stuff get ugly. And bye, y'all.